top and set up, then you can zoom here.
Gami, no lighting gami. Abla.
Yeah. Come
I can play now.
Yeah.
Every time I ask the number, you forget. I pass it.
Testing sound 112. Sound 112. Testing sound 112.
Respected elders, loving friends, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you on this Tuesday morning with a rather heavy heart. I am Ronnie Pillay, and Barry was my brother-in-law. This morning, we've all gathered here to pay our tribute, to bid the final farewell to a very loving soul that has left us on Sunday. Before we go on to any tributes, or before we go on to any other formalities, we want to hand over to the service group who will open up the service. And as you come and view, sympathize with the family and take your place, and the service will continue and we'll do the tributes later. Thank you. Over to you.
Perung
Wait.
So I didn't don't want to talk to you.
So they look.
I didn't want to make it that way.
Yeah, yeah. At least still
No,
Yeah.
the way you made it.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
I'll see you
Take
later.
care.
once more, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar to all one and all. The first speaker for this morning will pay tribute as well as read some messages. He's one of Barry's very, very old friends. I think I'm using the wrong word as a friend. I think I would rather use the word as brother. They both worked together in industry for many years, and I think that relationship spans on to around about, say, 45 to 50 some odd years of friendship. Been going out together, working together, and even right until his demise as well, still coming and visiting. And now it's my privilege to call upon Mr. Ronnie Governor, who will pay a tribute on behalf of Barry, and also he's going to read out a few tributes that he has got. Mr. Governor.
Thanks, Ronnie. Death is certain for one who has been born. Rebirth is certain for one who has died. Therefore, in its inevitable discharge of your duty, you should lament. This is from the scripture of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 27. It was deep sorrow that I stand before you to pay tribute to my friend Barry. Our journey together began 45 years ago at Toyota training course, and later I joined Toyota where fate brought us together. From the moment our friendship grew stronger, later joined by our families, sharing countless weekends with joy, whether at weddings, birthdays, soccer and cricket grounds, or simply enjoying the good life together. Barry was a man deeply rooted in his Tamil faith, his religion, and the tenets of Sanatana Dharma. His belief guided his life and gave him a strength that inspired those around him. Whenever Barry entered a room, there was unmistakable horror about him. He had the rare gift of engaging in any conversation, whether it's politics, sports, or everyday matters, and always contributing meaningful, yet beyond his word. Barry was an excellent listener and a keen observer, making everyone feel heard and valued. Barry's presence enriched our lives. His friendship was blessing, his wisdom a guide, and his laughter a joy. Though he is no longer with us, his spirits will remain in our hearts and memories forever. Whenever I spoke to Barry, and that was at least twice a week, our conversation would stretch well beyond an hour. Naturally, our wives would give us both a bit of a flack, asking, "What do you possibly talk about for so long?" That will never be revealed. I would often tease him saying, "Kazi, who did you interview today?" And Barry would laugh and then share the details, recounting the entire exchange with his trademark enthusiasm. The truth is, Barry had a way of turning everyday chance into interviews. At the best part, he conducted many of these sessions right from his bedroom window, calling out to his mates, turning the spot into his own little studio. At this juncture, I would like to quote the famous sage, Tirukkural. This is Barry's famous sage. He always says his late mom used to read this book, and he enjoyed it, and he always quotes it. Consider a man's good qualities, consider his faults. Judge his character by that which is more. Rest in peace, my friend. Your legacy of kindness, faith, and friendship will live on until we meet again. Nandri. I've got another message here from Jamil and Sarina. You broke our hearts, but you did not go alone. As part of us went with you the day God took you home. If tears and heartaches could build a stairways, we would walk to heaven and bring you back again. In life, we love you dearly. In death, we still love you. In our hearts, you hold a place no one could ever fill. Rest in peace, my dearest friend. Till we meet again, Jamil and Zarina. I've got one from Joburg. Please forgive me, I just need to open my phone. This is a very close friend. We worked together in Toyota, and unfortunately he couldn't get a flight ticket today. So he asked me to say a few words on his behalf. I told him just send me the message, and it goes as follows. We are deeply saddened to hear about the passing of Barry. Having had the privilege of calling him a friend for so many years, we know firsthand what a remarkable, kind and generous person he was. Visiting at his stall at the beachfront was always something we looked forward to. All the way from Johannesburg, Durban, his welcome smile will be remembered. As the world is a little dimmer without him, sending our deepest condolences and love to Barry's family during this difficult time from Farid Fatima, Adir Al-Maden. And he's close off with Jasakal Hala. It's a greeting from the Islamic teaching. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Rolling.
Thank you, Mr. Governor, for those profound words spoken from the heart. And I know, Mr. Governor, that relationship will still be with the family itself, although our big brother, my brother-in-law, is not around. I want to hand you back to the service group, and we'll bring on the other tributes later on in this service itself. Over to you, sir.
Om Shiva Shankara Om Kailasava
The next speaker for this afternoon's function is the grandson of Barry. The relationship this child shared with the grandfather was not a grandfather-grandson relationship. It was more of a friendship. And even myself, as a brother-in-law, we never shared a brother-in-law friendship itself. It was friendship. Barry was free to talk about anything. And when I saw him interacting with his grandson as well, it was the same kind of open relationship, nothing, no barriers in between. That's the kind of person Barry was. Very cordial, very welcoming, very accommodating. It is now my pleasure to call upon Nevan, who will pay a tribute on his grandfather.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. I never thought this day would come so soon, that I would be giving the speech to my pa, who I appreciate the most in my life. My pa taught me how to be a man, how to swim, how to do a lot of things. But the most important thing that he has left behind was his values and the sayings that he instilled in us. As much as his famous one, think for effect, not taste. He will never be forgotten. He made sure everyone was looked after. And now he's gone and left a hole in our hearts that will never be filled. It's going to be a hard journey without him, guiding us like he always has. But not only a hard journey for me, but everyone that has been around him in our life. It won't be the same without him by our side. Thank you, Pa, for all the great times that you have spent with us. And it's really hard to say goodbye. We love you all dearly.
Thank you, son, for these profound words of wisdom, words that come from the bottom of a youngster's heart. I'll hand you back to the service group itself. We'll run a few more items before I call on the next speaker. Over to you, sir. கண்டு துடும் சகந்தையாலும் பாதத்தினோட Pillay,
Shambho, Hare Nam Shiva Nam Nadaraja, Karuna Karani Parama Shivane, Karuna Karani Shivane, Om Namo Namah, Andavane Om Namo Namah, Om Shiva 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 Shambho, Hare Nam Shiva Nam Nadaraja, Om Shiva 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 Shambho, Hare Nam Shiva Nam Nadaraja, Hare Nam Shiva Nam Nadaraja, Hare Nam Shiva Nam Nadaraja.
Barry belonged to many social groups. 43 Beetle Road, where he resided, was housed that anyone and everyone frequented. From the time that I know him for many, many years, that was an open door policy at the house itself. He had groups of friends from Toyota. He had groups of friends from outside Toyota itself. But now, the group that I'm going to focus on now, he belonged to the group that was called the Legends. This group started in the middle 70s, and later on in the 80s when we and a few other youngsters were joining, that group still stays good and well alive right on, as I speak to you this afternoon. The friendship that we shared there was something that we could speak about freely, and this was a yearly trip that we made to wherever it was, and Barry would never miss that trip itself. Always made that endeavor to be there, although some of our members are late, but he made the trip. Now he is down, as one of the legends are down. To pay tribute this afternoon, I call upon someone that has been in the group for many years and will do justice to the tribute itself. And I call upon Mr. Dixon Pillay, who will come forward and pay tribute on behalf of the legends. Mr. Pillay.
Thank you, Ronnie. It's a privilege and an honor to pay this final tribute to the extraordinary life of Kanabathy Barry Pillay. Family and friends, we are gathered here today not just to mourn a loss, but to celebrate the life of someone that was special and that was truly larger than life. Barry Pillay, our beloved Barry, was a man of unshakable faith, profound wisdom, and an irrepressible zest for living. He lived by the beautiful mantra, the hands that serve are holier than the lips that pray. And his entire journey was a living testament to these words. A legacy of love and family. At the very center of Barry's world was his family. Together with his devoted wife, Saras, they formed a golden couple whose love story spans over 50 beautiful years. Meeting under special circumstances, they forged an immediate, profound, and destined bond that famously achieved the near impossible back in the day. That is, bringing the communities of Bayview and Shawcross together. As a parent and a grandparent, Barry excelled. He instilled discipline, sound values, and an indomitable spirit into his immediate and extended family. His legacy lives on vibrantly through his three incredible children. The ever-positive Nerissa and her steadfast husband Zain, the irrepressible live warrior Rishen, and the selfless Kugen, whose dedicated service at the temple inspires us all. And Ashley, who had a close relationship with Barry. Barry's joy was multiplied in the next generation. He was immensely proud of his passionate granddaughter, Yasira. an avid Liverpool supporter, and his brilliant grandson Navan, who conquers both the sporting and academic worlds in equal measure. Their successes and well-being are the ultimate testament to the love, values, and the zest for life that Barry poured into them. A man of culture, intellect, and humor. Barry was a man of remarkable depth. He possessed a linguistic expertise in the vernacular and was a devoted practitioner of Dravidian culture and religion. An enduring legacy passed down from his late mother, yet his intellect knew no bounds. He famously astonished everyone when he attended an onomastic seminar at the University of Natal, interacting with professors and university lecturers in fluent Afrikaans, matching those academics stride for stride at every turn. To this day, those who witnessed it view it as a mind-boggling feat and one of the great mysteries of our time. But for all his wisdom, which many rightfully compared to the wisdom of Thiruvallava, the author of the Thirukkural, Barry will perhaps be most widely remembered for his inimitable sense of humor. He possessed a unique personality that could leave a room rolling on the floor with laughter. An adventurer, sportsman, and master of hospitality. Barry was an incredibly versatile sportsman, an Olympic-rated swimmer. He generously transferred his marine and aquatic skills to countless individuals. To those in the fishing community, he was widely rated as the finest angler on the south side of the equator. He was relentless in the pursuit of the elusive fish, treating angling like a quest for the Holy Grail. He and Saras shared a profound love for travel, embarking on countless adventures together. But no matter how far he traveled, his legendary hospitality made his home a haven of warmth and generosity for all who entered. Barry was a specialist in the field of vegetarian delights. Alongside Saras, his passion for cooking and baking found a bustling commercial success at the famous samosa and veda kiosk at Blue Lagoon. It was a delicious testament to their hard work, where they didn't just serve food, they served love made tangible. An indomitable spirit, Barry was a fighter. Despite numerous health excursions to the border and even a few close calls to the pearly gates, his eros, instinct, and sheer love for life burned like an inextinguishable flame. He soldiered on through every health challenge with the spirit of an ancient Roman gladiator. It is deeply significant that Barry chose the very day of the Comrades Marathon to take his leave from us. Though he did not lace up his running shoes to stand on the starting line in Durban, Barry was running his own ultimate race. For decades, he soldiered on with the spirit of a gladiator, overcoming every hurdle with an inextinguishable zest for life. As the nation watched thousands of runners push through past their physical limits in a display of ultimate test of endurance, Barry quietly reached his own final checkpoint. His long, beautiful marathon on this earth was complete. He crossed his final finish line, not in exhaustion, but in absolute triumph, passing the baton of his incredible values and legacy to his children and grandchildren. Barry, you have enriched our lives beyond measure. You have walked, talked, and lived in the perfect unison and companionship with your beautiful family. Though you have now finally stepped through those celestial gates of Vaikuntha, your laughter, your wisdom, your warmth, and your serving hands will remain immortalized in our hearts forever. As the ancient philosophy, Eastern philosophy reminds us, and as we wish for you now on your final journey, may you walk in eternal bliss and attain moksha that you so deserve. Rest in peace, Barry. We salute you. Godspeed.
Thank you, Dixon, for that in-depth and rather detailed tribute itself. Very, very fitting for a man that has left us. I want to call upon the next speaker, because we wait to leave at about 1:30 from this venue itself. To call upon Darren to come forward and address you. Darren has been a family friend and a very close friend of Barry. So I'll ask Darren to address you.
Thank you very much, Ronnie. Vanakkam, namaste, namaskaram. I stand before you with a very heavy heart. When I heard of Barry's passing, mixed emotions went through me. As Barry was the father figure in my life, as I did not have a dad when at the age of 12. That's where I lost mine. So he kind of fulfilled that role, and I'm very grateful to have had somebody like him be involved in my life. So I've put something to paper, and I've got written down to my best friend, the kindest, loveliest, most selfless person you'll ever meet. You were brave, funny, and always there for anyone who needed it. There is not enough paper in the world to even begin to write a tribute for you, but no one deserves more. You had so many plans for the future, and you wanted to do it all. Uncle Barry, we don't know how we are going to survive without you. Anyone lucky to have met you, whether they knew you as Barry, Mr. Pillay, Brood, my brother, uncle, dad, to everyone, you were the hero. You had the best sense of humor and never took life seriously. You treasured every moment and always had a smile on your face. We want to be angry that you've been taken away from us, but you knew that you always loved your family and wanted to keep everyone safe and happy. You went the extra mile whenever you could, and you genuinely cared for everyone. The lights have dimmed in our lives now that you're no longer amongst us. But it's no surprise, even when you're no longer with us, you still keep us going, knowing that you would tell us to carry on and stay strong. I can't begin to imagine our lives without your silly jokes, your big hugs, your never faltering positive approach. You don't realize the impact you had on the lives of the people you have touched. You leave behind many friends and family. When you speak about Uncle Barry, you cannot leave Auntie Saras out of the equation, as they complemented each other. She was his Adi Shakti, always together and leaning on each other for support, caring for each other and loved each other. Family always first. The Lugs will never be the same without this authoritarian figure. Is going to be missing. We used to sit at the Lugs till the late hours on a Saturday night, sometimes till the early hours of a Sunday morning, talking about the good old days. How we have changed. But let the lessons of Uncle Barry hold the values he stood strong for, keep us on the straight and narrow. I want to share something very personal to me, and this happened in the early 2000s. Our youngest son was a scholar at Amdoni Pre-Primary School, and it was Grandparents' Day. My mom was not able to attend, and neither was my mother-in-law. My wife decided to make a call to Auntie Saras and asked her, would you be kind enough to fulfill our youngest son's wish and be his grandparents for the day? And before she completed, Auntie Sarah said yes. And together with Uncle Barry, they visited Amdoni Pre-Primary School, and the smile that they brought to our late son's face, no price could be put on that. That was his quality. That was her quality. That is the kind of love they've left us with. Uncle Barry, we're going to miss you. Auntie Sars, no matter what the world says, time will heal. Prayer will heal. All of that will never happen. Let the world not lie to you. But know one thing, that Uncle Barry has left behind a fortress of friends and family who will stand by you till the bitter end. We love you and we will always be there for you.
Thank you, Darren, for those words that come from the heart. And my associate Darren goes back quite some time back as well. And it's rather sad that this day had to come. But it's in the hands of God whatever happens. We are here just to do our bit and to leave this earth in a good way. And whatever we can do to make someone else's life better, we must do. Like my brother-in-law, he never left anyone out. Rich or poor, as I told you, it was an open door policy at 43 Beetle Road. He'll call anyone, come, sit, have this, have that, and then you leave. You cannot leave the premises without something. That's the kind of person that he was. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the earnest desire of the family, and I think my brother as well, that you join us for a late lunch, early supper at 43 Beetle Road. Once the funeral cottage leaves for the Clearwood Cemetery, that will be around about 2 or so, we want you to proceed down to 43 Beetle Road where a late lunch, early supper will be served. Please join us for that, he says. Invitation from the family itself. To the service group, to Ellen, to Logan and so on, for renting such beautiful songs this afternoon itself, we're really indebted to you. To the management of Arupa Karakum, that so willingly gave us salt. We want to thank you and your management as well. And also for people that have traveled from far and wide to be here, to be with the family. And over the last few days from Sunday, all the neighbors, all relatives that have contributed in cash and kind, that have sent food and whatever. There was an abundance of food at the house itself from Sunday. We want to thank you for that, and may God bless you abundantly. The memorial service hasn't been finalized, but once that is finalized, we will let you know via the media itself. I'm going to hand you back to the service group itself. We'll render a few more items before we call Guru to do the final rites at about 1:30. Thank you, sir.
Shivaya Namo ஜோதி அருள் பெரும் ஜோதி தனி பெரும் கருணை தனி பெரும் கருணை அருள் பெரும் ஜோதி அருள் பெரும் ஜோதி தனி பெரும் கருணை தனி பெரும் கருணை அருள் பெரும் ஜோதி அருள் பெரும் ஜோதி தனி பெரும் கருணை தனி பெரும் கருணை அருள் பெரும் ஜோதி ஓம் நம சிவாய 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 ஓம் நம சிவாய
Thank you, sir. The Guru will now do the final rites before we proceed to the cemetery.
Allah
Amen.
Yeah, just still at Deva only. Level, yeah. Yeah. Then we go to, we're going to do 100 so you know the second week, right?
What we just every day.
No. We're going to clear something. You know what the 100 is? The second gate. The first gate is all of us.
Oh,
No.